In January 2013, Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old Canadian student from Vancouver, embarked on a solo trip to California. Diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression, she had been prescribed medications such as bupropion, lamotrigine, quetiapine, dextroamphetamine, and venlafaxine. Her family had kept her mental health struggles private, and she had no history of suicidal ideations or attempts. However, she had occasionally suffered hallucinations due to not taking her medications as prescribed, leading to episodes where she sought refuge under her bed. Despite these challenges, Elisa maintained an active presence on her blog and social media, sharing her experiences and thoughts with her followers. Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel on January 26, 2013, a budget hotel located in downtown Los Angeles. The hotel, built in 1924, had a history of violent incidents and had been linked to multiple suicides, murders, and criminal activities over the decades. Despite its troubled past, the hotel was centrally located and offered affordable accommodations, making it a convenient choice for travelers. On January 31st, Elisa was last seen in the hotel's elevator, captured on surveillance footage that would later become infamous. In the video, she presses multiple elevator buttons, steps in and out, and gestures as if speaking to someone unseen. Her erratic behavior raised concerns, and she was reported missing shortly after. The Cecil Hotel, originally a luxury establishment, opened its doors in 1924. However, over the years, it became associated with numerous tragic events. At least 16 sudden or unexplained deaths have occurred in or around the hotel, contributing to its dark reputation. The hotel's decline began during the Great Depression and continued through the decades, with the building eventually becoming a budget hotel, hostel, and rooming house. Notably, the Cecil Hotel has been linked to notorious serial killers. Richard Ramirez, known as the Night Stalker, stayed at the hotel during his killing spree in the 1980s. Another serial killer, Jack Unterweger, also resided at the Cecil while committing murders. These associations have cemented the hotel's status as one of the most infamous locations in Los Angeles. For Elisa, the Cecil Hotel seemed like a convenient choice. Affordable, centrally located, and just a short distance from Los Angeles's attractions. Yet, that decision placed her squarely within the walls of a building steeped in history, mystery, and fear. Elisa's last known communications with her family were normal, filled with the kind of messages you'd expect from a young woman traveling alone. She had been in contact with her parents and was even active on her blog, sharing her experiences and thoughts. However, on February 1st, 2013, her parents stopped receiving messages from her, and her phone was turned off. Concerned, they contacted the Los Angeles Police Department, and an investigation was launched. The Los Angeles Police Department traced her movements throughout the Cecil Hotel, piecing together the events leading to her disappearance. They reviewed surveillance footage, interviewed hotel staff and guests, and conducted searches of the hotel and its surroundings. Despite these efforts, Elisa remained missing. The elevator footage remained the most perplexing clue. In it, Elisa presses multiple buttons, peeks cautiously into the hallway, and at one point seems to step back as if something unseen is approaching. Was it fear, confusion, or something more sinister? No one could say for certain. As the investigation unfolded, it became known that Elisa had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression. Her struggles with mental health became a key point in the discussion surrounding her disappearance. Mental health often adds layers of complexity in missing person cases. For Elisa, her condition may have influenced her behavior, but it also made her story a target for misunderstanding and speculation. Elisa's family reported that she had no history of suicidal ideations or attempts. However, she had been hospitalized at least once for an episode related to her bipolar disorder. The medications she had been prescribed were intended to manage her symptoms, but there were instances where she did not take them as directed, leading to hallucinations and erratic behavior. Experts emphasized the importance of recognizing that bipolar disorder does not equate to danger or unpredictability. Cases like Elisa's remind us of the importance of awareness and compassion. The peculiar details of Elisa's final days ignited countless theories. Some suggested foul play, while others leaned toward the paranormal, pointing to the Cecil Hotel's dark history. The elevator footage, the hotel layout, even her social media posts, all became focal points for speculation. One theory posited that Elisa was playing the Korean elevator game, a supposed ritual that involves pressing a series of buttons in a specific order to enter another dimension. This theory gained traction due to Elisa's erratic behavior in the elevator and the hotel's reputation for paranormal activity. Another theory suggested that Elisa was under the influence of drugs or alcohol, which could have impaired her judgment and led to her tragic end. However, toxicology reports did not support this theory, as no substances were found in her system. While some leaned into conspiracy and supernatural angles, experts emphasized rational explanations, from accidental circumstances to mental health influences. After weeks of uncertainty, Elisa Lam's body was tragically discovered in one of the Cecil Hotel's rooftop water tanks. The shocking revelation marked the grim conclusion to her disappearance. Hotel guests had complained of low water pressure and strange-tasting water, prompting maintenance workers to inspect the water tanks. Upon opening the hatch to one of the tanks, they discovered Elisa's body floating inside. The official cause of death was ruled as accidental drowning, though the circumstances remained perplexing. The public struggled to reconcile the eerie elevator footage with this explanation, leading to intense media coverage and widespread speculation. Investigations revealed no signs of foul play, and Elisa's belongings remained in her room. The hotel's rooftop access was restricted, and there was no clear explanation for how Elisa gained access to the water tank. The mystery deepened, leaving more questions than answers. The Elisa Lam case is more than just a mystery. It is a reflection of mental health struggles, societal perceptions, and the unknown. Her story continues to spark conversations about safety, awareness, and compassion. Elisa's death highlighted the importance of mental health awareness and the need for compassion and understanding. It also raised questions about the responsibility of institutions, like hotels, to ensure the safety and well-being of their guests. Her story remains etched in history, not just for the mystery of her death, but for the life she lived, the conversations she inspired, and the legacy she left behind. If you're captivated by true crime stories like Elisa Lam's, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Join me as we explore the mysteries, the unsolved cases, and the stories that make you question the world around you. Let's grow this small true crime community together. Your support helps me bring more gripping stories to life. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an upload.